What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I wanted to thank you guys so much. I reached 100 subscribers to this channel. I really appreciate your guys' support, and if you think anyone will get anything out of this channel, please let them know about it. And if you have any video suggestions you want me to make, please let me know down below or send me a message, but I really appreciate your support. But let's get into this week's training breakdown. So this week was a little bit different structure-wise because I've been working on some things. But Monday, I started out with club practice from 6 to 8. We were doing drills for quiet sight. It's basically focusing on front sight movement and trying to take your shot when the front sight stops moving. There is a point in your hold that it becomes quote-unquote quiet, and you're working on taking the shot right at that point and not going past it. It's more of trying to get yourself to subconsciously pull the trigger, but started working on that and wasn't being super consistent with it. I just for some reason couldn't really see it. I saw it a few times but not a whole lot, so I was probably about 40 maybe 50% being able to see it between doing the wall drills going to target. I definitely started seeing it more on the wall drills on white paper toward the end of that portion, and then we went to target. It took me a while before I could kind of see it on there. But I got the gist of it at that training, so I was able to work on it later in the week. We'll discuss. Then right after club practice, I did some sport, mainly focusing on lift and rapid, still just on rapid, and really trying to focus on the last portion of the lift, because I have a tendency to come up and stop short. So just trying to get that as a smooth motion. Tuesday, I took off. I'm trying taking Tuesdays off because I'm usually tired on Tuesdays, so we'll see how that kind of goes. But I took Tuesday off and didn't do any training. Wednesday, I did a morning session, 8:30 to 12, in sport pistol. That was about 3.5 hours. I did a lot of dry firing during that session. 3 sets of dry firing, sets of 5 to 1 set of live, for a total of 10 sets of live. So I did basically 150 shots of dry fire, 250 shots live fire, and then I did a couple of sets after that, but I was pretty dead by the end of that training session for sure, but definitely started seeing some consistency in my lift patterns, and overall things are definitely starting to get more consistent in my rapid fire lift. Then from 3 to 4:30 we had a air pistol match. There was like 4 of us shooting it, so it was kind of good to be on time, match time. I haven't shot a match with time with other people since probably nationals back in June, so it's been a couple months. That was definitely interesting. Was having some grip issues, but overall I actually didn't do too bad. I actually shot a 539, which is better than I shot at nationals, so things are definitely progressing there. I have a match in a couple weeks, so we'll see how that goes. And then these matches are weekly on Wednesdays, so I'm going to be trying to do those more often as I can. Thursday night I started working on my air grip. I did a little bit of work Wednesday night late, trying to pinpoint some things. I mainly was working on it Thursday night though, comparing my sport pistol grip to my air pistol grip, because my sport pistol grip feels great after the little bit of work I did on it. It feels solid in my hand. It doesn't slip around or anything. So I was really like gripping one then gripping the other, trying to pinpoint the differences in the two. I added quite a bit of epoxy quickwood to the grip and had to let that dry overnight because it takes like 24 hours to set. So waited for that to dry, and then Friday night after work I started working on I did a little bit of grinding on the grip, and then I did a little bit of dry firing with it, and I thought it was okay. Then Saturday night I did more air pistol dry firing, and it wasn't where I wanted it to be, so I ended up doing a lot more grinding and finally got it to where it feels way more comfortable. Right now I don't think I'll have to do any more grinding at this point. I may do a little bit more fine-tuning, but so far it feels really good. It doesn't slip out of my hand like it was doing. I was having an issue where if you when you're shooting pistol, it's really a two-part grip. You're gripping with your front two fingers right here, and then you're also pushing with your palm, if that makes sense. If you pick up a pistol anytime, kind of feel for that, but when I went to push with my palm, my palm would rotate out of the grip on my air pistol. My sport pistol is like, it was locked in and it's good. That's why I was like doing so much grinding. So basically when I was going to grip, I would like grip and then it would rotate my hand. So I kept getting super inconsistent, especially left-right shots that I wasn't calling, or I'd have a lot of extra movement between shots even though I didn't think I was changing my grip position, when it was actually just like, I think, slowly slipping, and I wasn't really catching it until it was like super far twisted, if that makes sense. Even though it's like, a couple of millimeters, it makes a big difference in this game. So overall, super happy with where my air pistol grip is right now. It definitely feels a lot more solid, and looking forward to seeing how that progresses. But Saturday morning, I did have a morning session for sport pistol from 9 to 11:30. I was shooting with 2 other people, so that was nice. I haven't shot with someone else in sport pistol in a while. I don't think since the selection match, which was a match. So it's kind of nice to be around other people shooting at the same time. But we did 3 match rounds of rapid, basically, which didn't go horribly, didn't go as well as practice. I also didn't really warm up, so I'm hoping over the next couple weeks to kind of develop a warm-up plan for before matches and before shooting. It will vary slightly probably once I start shooting precision, because precision is shot before rapid, obviously, with a short break usually, or at least for our matches, just because we don't have a lot of people shooting. But it will be interesting to see what I come up with that pre-match warm-up, and when I kind of get that worked out, I'll let you guys know. But if you guys do a pre-match warm-up for sport or even rapid, because they're very similar for at least the lifts part, let me know what you guys do so that I can get some ideas together. And then Sunday I did 2 about 70 shot-ish air matches, kind of. I did one early afternoon from 1 to 2:30, and then one night from 9 to 10:30. First one, mainly focusing on quiet sight, similar to Monday, especially with all the grip work I was doing, just trying to see if I could see it any better, which I definitely could. My percentage was still only about 50%, but I definitely felt more confident about those shots as a whole. So pretty happy with that. And then my second set was mainly focusing on trying to get the shot off quicker because I have a tendency to overhold. So the goal was to shoot the shot within 20 seconds. It's a little quick for me because I like to usually take a couple of extra breaths between shots, so it's a little harder for me to get the timing actually at 20 seconds. I definitely have gotten faster as I have focused on like the quiet sight drills, as well as just getting my grip better. For me, it's made my hold better overall. So I'm for me working on the grip, but we'll see how this next week goes in terms of range time, especially since I have an extra day off because of the holiday, Labor Day in the US. But overall, I had a really productive week. Made some strides in sport, and I'm definitely super excited about the grip work in air. So we'll see how the next couple of weeks go as I start going into match prep. I have a match in Alabama, and then the next weekend I have a match in Colorado with both air and sport. Be my first time shooting air and sport in the same day, so I'm gonna try to do a little more endurance type practices just to prep for that, because they are closer together than I have been practicing, because I usually do like something early in the morning and something kind of later at night. So because these matches are closer together, I'm going to try to do some more endurance stuff just so that my shoulder, arm, forearm can withstand shooting basically 2 matches almost back to back, with one being air and one being sport. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy following my journey, please subscribe, like the video, and hope you guys have a good rest of your night.